It is Friday. I just got my spacesuit on and we are talking about Shamas is selling space stock and Virgin Galactic had to reschedule their mission. So lots is happening. Let's dive in. Okay, those are the topics of today's episode. We will talk about the space performance over the last 7 days since the last Virgin Galactic episode. Then we will dive into the stock chart analysis. Then I would love to go through the mission rescheduled, and then we will talk about the chairman of the board, Shamas Palihapitiya, is selling Virgin Galactic stock. Is this, jumping off the sinking boat or normal risk management? All about it here in this vlog. And finally, we will talk about the new timeline that I think will happen for Virgin Galactic. So stay tuned with a huge opportunity. So stay tuned, like, share, and subscribe. So the beauty about space stock is that it seems to hold a certain level now. So we had the mission that need to be rescheduled, which we will talk about later on in the vlog, and what the implications are on the company as well as the management as well as the overall situation. But think about, that we are talking about the stock just a couple of months ago was to $10, IPO for $10, and now it's, many times danced with $35, $37, right? So since unfortunately the aborted mission or the mission that failed, let's say, or didn't, it failed and had to be rescheduled. Let's be honest, right? I mean, it didn't succeeded, so it failed, right? So anyway, so it was not like a big deal. But however, we will talk about it in the end of the vlog. Let's talk about the decline. 25% almost. In the worst case, it was already almost 30%. Those are exactly the drops that you want as an investor, specifically like us, long-term investors, people that are putting just every month's money into the stock. You want that this position will get bigger in dollar, means like you put more and more money and actually the course gets lower. And then when you think like, well, the $10,000 that I put in the stock at an average price of $17 is fantastic now, and then you would love to have the stock go ridiculous, which is $50, $60, $75, $100 even. So I think what we are seeing right now is a fantastic opportunity as always, because the stock is just going up and down, and I think this is always a great part of growth stocks, right? I mean, growth stocks can be very volatile because they're trying to achieve something that maybe some others need to disrupt first, and therefore, it can be sometimes successful, sometimes it cannot be, but there's definitely a lot of attempts. It happened with SpaceX, it's happened with Tesla, it's happened with Netflix. All of those companies, even Amazon, had times where they did something wrong and the stock was the one that suffered, and investors are then washed out, specifically the short-term investors, and the long-term investors, those are the people that get wealthy. So here we go with the space stock, and look at this. The opening was quite volatile as of today. We opened very low as of 24.36, and then we recovered from there quite nicely. And as you remember, we are having this resistance here, 25.81, where we are fighting now
against. Let me show it to you in more context. Here we go. So here's the course. We once tried to get again back up, but the current news just not allowing us to do that, and therefore we are somehow looking to go down, and the next test will be at $23, right? And I hope that we can again even lower, because you know this would be fantastic chance, maybe the last time, to purchase some Virgin Galactic on the discount. Currently we are somewhere around 3.61 negative, so yeah, it will be definitely interesting over the next couple of weeks and months what the price finally will be. I think that we can see now through the news, obviously some pressure in the stock. You know, obviously just a couple of days ago Shamas sold 3.8 million shares, and then, you know, yesterday evening after the market closed, we had the SEC announcement by Virgin Galactic that also the big shareholders are selling around 100 million or up to 100 million shares. But full vlog about this definitely tomorrow, guys, so stay tuned here. And you know, the question now will be when the selling finishes. Okay, since the 7th of December, we are on the way down, guys, which is, you know, very, very a pity. But in the end of the day, it's, you know, very much hard for us, obviously, to see that, or for many of you guys. But remember to think long term. And the other part is here that all depends on really one thing: when can be the test flight, guys. Okay, when will be the announcement of the test flight? Hopefully before 2021, so we can maybe make it back here over the resistance of 25. This would be fantastic, and then maybe even back into this channel if things goes really, really well. But then therefore the stock would have to make a very big V recovery from here, which, you know, it's all depend on the good news that Virgin Galactic can support us with. Therefore, let's dive further into the video.
Wasn't it not a nice experience? I actually live streamed the event together with you guys, and you know, the experience was just absolutely incredible. You know, this flair, having the next milestone tackled and challenged with Virgin Galactic and with you guys out there who are investors and fans of this futuristic space company, was just incredible. Thank you very much for that. And I would appreciate if you subscribe and like, because this is the way that you don't miss any future content here on this channel. I'm vlogging about Virgin Galactic almost every single day, you know, because I'm making so many videos every single day that, you know, I can cover most of the most important parts. Plus, I'm giving you my 2 cents, and if you want to have even a 24 hours community to talk about Virgin Galactic, then check out the join button below all my videos and live streams, and you can get access to a 24 hours Discord chat where we have a Virgin Galactic channel and where we talk about Virgin Galactic all the time. And this breaking news are just, you know, there are very smart people out there in the Discord chat that, you know, you would love to join. However, let's talk about the mission. So everything went well. There was obviously no media because of, you know, the health crisis. So we had to be dependent on a couple of coverage, and, you know, Twitter was quite, you know, regularly updating every couple of minutes, and everything went well. I mean, the White Knight 2 went on 35, 38, and then I think finally on 44,000 feet, and then the spaceship got released, you know, the typical release sentence, and then we are seeing something that was a little bit abnormal. Like you usually see this huge rocket fire that is there for a couple of minutes, and this was actually not the case. You know, you saw the fire, but it was just there for a couple of seconds and it went gone. Okay, so the question here is, was something wrong, or we just interpreted it wrong from the low footage that was available of this flight. But however, Virgin Galactic then said a couple of minutes later they have to abort the mission, or they have to land the spaceship too, because there's some issue with the ignition. So everybody landed and so on. So there's a couple of implications for this. So obviously the company comes out with some marketing ideas and PR knowledge and saying, you know, everything was great because, you know, we never had the case, and that the spaceship goes down, you know, very safely. This is absolutely great and as per our design. On the second part, you know, this is now another delay. We had the delay of the New Mexico test flight window because of the lockdown. So now having another delay of technical nature will push us to a totally new timeline, which we will discuss at the end of the vlog. So make sure to stay tuned till the end of the vlog. So, you know, obviously this was first the reason why the stock went down 30%. And I think also this is a reason why Shamas sold, because he thinks, okay, now we will announce that the flight of Richard Branson gets delayed maybe another month or so. And then maybe I think he took the risk management tactic and sold some of the stock because he needs the money anyway. So it's better to sell it at high price than a low price when he needs the money. So we will talk about this as well. So, you know, I'm just still super bullish because nothing changed fundamentally in the story of the company. So I was waking up that day when I got the notification of the SEC announcement through the newsletter of Virgin Galactic. And first of all, I thought, okay, there's some selling, but who's selling? Maybe some manager, maybe the old CEO, maybe the new CEO, but it was Shamas. In the first microsecond, I was thinking like, oh man, what is going on? Is he jumping the sinking ship? I mean, he was one of the main reasons I and many others out there invested into Virgin Galactic for the first place. So seeing him selling, you know, a good chunk of his personal shares was absolutely, you know, almost heartbreaking. But then I thought, well, I remember yourself, Danny. Don't put emotions into investment and think rational. Okay, said and done. Think about it. He put $100 million of his own money for $10 a share. So he got like 10 million share at the IPO price. Okay, so he said like, I'm committed to this. Look at this. I'm just throwing the Benjamins on this company. You know, as a good manager, or let's say as a good money manager and, you know, a professional investor, you sometimes need to take off the risk. I mean, we see this in ARK Invest, that a certain percentage of the portfolio need to be or can be maximum in a company, so they have to trim the position a little bit. You see, you know, a little bit weight put from one side to the other, and then think about it, guys. What is the grand vision of this guy, Shamas Palihapitiya? Obviously, he wants to make IPO A, which was Virgin Galactic, the spec number 1, until IPO Z. So 26 IPOs, and he doesn't have the money to put in every of those companies, you know, $100 million. This would be a lot of cash that he has lying around. Obviously, he doesn't have that, so he has to trim a little bit of his position. And to what is better than doing the following? So just let's make the math game here, okay? So he put in $100 million. This $100 million by a price of, let's say, $25 per share is about $250 million. So he more than doubled his investment in just a couple of months, which is absolutely insane, okay? And that's absolutely insane. So what he's doing now, he is taking 38% of his investment, which would be this called 3.8 million shares, which would be of this total amount that he has now, $250 million times 0.38, which is, you know, $95 million he's taking out. Okay, so almost his original investment he's taking out, but he's still keeping more than $155 million into the game. And this is just commitment, guys. And you know, more to that, he feels like one of the most honest and straightforward guys out there. So I really, and I didn't saw it that often, that people are tweeting about their moves, and he said, you know, hey, listen, just you're all aware, I'm super committed, I'm super excited about Virgin Galactic. I'm just, in terms of risk management, taking some money that he maybe invest into this next IPO, right? So you can see here that it's just such a normal thing to do. He has still so much money into the game, and he hopes that this money obviously goes even further than just the 150% that he did already on his initial investment. Plus, his company Social Capital LLC also owns another chunk of shares. So, you know, he is committed, guys, okay? If you are, you know, thinking bad about him, he has million times the money that we all have together in this company, you know? So this is just showing what is his commitment to this company. Plus, you know, you have to be very, very detailed, focused here. He tweeted publicly that he is still believing in the company, and if there is something, if there would be something wrong about the company, and he would put out this kind of statement, then this, you know, this could give him a lot of trouble with the SEC, you know, because he's, you know, knowing something, selling part of the shares, and then something happened with the stock or the company, then, you know, obviously he would be in trouble, say, you know, everything is fine, I'm just, you know, just out of transparency, I'm long-term excited, and so on. So, you know, I think many people just panicked, which is okay. I'm here to explain every day, okay? So make sure to subscribe, and let's dive to the next topic. So let's go quickly through the timeline that I expect now for Virgin Galactic. So first of all, we are rescheduling our flight, which I doubt that we will have it before Christmas. I just think that, you know, FAA approval need to be getting sorted, and then we are still need to get all the data from the first flight. So I think, you know, we should maybe get the announcement still in this year, but the flight will be maybe mid of January. And then I hope that we get the permission and the license of the FAA by somewhere end of January or beginning of February. This would be the next point. Then we are looking into the next test flight, which then I guess would be, you know, end of February, I guess, because anyway, February is also a short month. And then we should see the Richard Branson flight of, you know, moved, unfortunately. And this could be a drag for the stock. The flight of Richard Branson goes from first quarter 2021 to first half of the second quarter 2021. And this, you know, if this will be all announced, all the bad news should come over the next couple of weeks. And this is the period where I can buy some more. And I hope that Virgin Galactic stock goes down, because I like to buy more for less, and specifically high potential companies. This is always been a wonderful idea 50 years ago or 50 years from now. It's always nice to buy stocks and great companies on freaking discount.